Welcome to the step-by-step guide to public service loan forgiveness. In this lesson, I'm going to be going over the top steps to make sure that you are approved for public service loan forgiveness. Follow these steps to have increased peace of mind and reduced risk for public service loan forgiveness denial. So, number one is to make sure that you are completing the employer certification form routinely. This is where many people don't do it, and it ends up that they are denied because they aren't qualifying in terms of payments or loan status. So many things. So, make sure that every single year and for every single employer, you are filling out the employer certification form. This makes sure that you are approved for qualifying payments. It tracks every qualifying payment as well, and it allows you to track your overall progress so that ultimately, actually, at the end of this whole process, after 120 payments, it's so much easier to get approved because you've been getting approved the whole time and they just quickly look over everything and then you're approved. So make sure that you are filling out that employer certification form. Number two is that you review your tracked payments routinely. After each form, after each employer certification form is approved, make sure that they have appropriately counted and tracked each of your payments from the past. You also want to make sure that every time you're paying, that you're seeing your monthly payment in your loan servicer dashboard and it's for the correct amount and that it's with being drawn at auto payments, because that way you don't even have to worry and it reduces the risk. Step three is to keep copies of your paperwork. So, and it's not just the employer certification forms, but tons of other paperwork, because you may be asked after 10 years or after that 120 payments to submit this, and you don't want to be left empty handed. So, make sure that you have every single one of your employment certification forms, that you have W-2 stubs as proof of employment, that you have copies, both hard and digital copies of all these things and of your payments as well. So you can take a screenshot, you can go into your loan dashboard and take a screenshot every so often or print out all the different payments you've made, and even make sure that you're keeping a copy of your income-based repayment plan request forms. Have a folder or tab for each year. That's what I suggest. So, 2018 folder, 2019 folder, 2020 folder. Have a folder or tab for each employer as well. And once again, hard and digital copies. Four is to keep contact information. Maybe you forgot to do this and you're just now learning from this course. Or maybe after 120 payments, they may need something. If you don't have your employer's name and information or HR's name and information, it may be really hard for you to get that supplemental information requested to finalize your public service loan forgiveness package. So keep your employer's names, phone numbers, and emails, your HR representative's name, phone numbers, and emails as well. The fifth and last step in advice to really make sure that you are confident with your application for public service loan forgiveness is to contact Fed Loan Servicing with any questions you have via email. You may be tempted to do phone calls, and phone calls are great, but they don't provide you with the exact instructions like emails do, and they don't provide you with written proof like emails do. And so really, via email will help you reduce the risk for maybe backtracking or denials, and you'll have this conversation set in stone to be able to show to any legal office that you need or to the government, to whomever, if you need to fight a denial or something. So keep records, and when you keep the records, make sure that you have their name, once again, the emails in hard and digital copies, and also the phone numbers of the various different representatives that you spoke to through FedLoan. And if you're not quite using FedLoan yet, your loans haven't transferred, then this is the same for if you're using Sallie Mae or Navient or any other loan servicer. Follow these steps. If you follow these 5 steps and you have met all the other requirements we've talked about, you've pretty much put yourself in the best position possible to get public service loan forgiveness. I hope you learned a lot in this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to be comparing public service loan forgiveness to different types of strategies to make sure that this is the right strategy for you. And we'll be doing some numbers and comparisons. So I'll see you there.